things aren't as exciting as they used to be, but Advance's Bring Your Daughter to Work Day initiative should add a bit of spice to the mix. We make do, eh?
What music is best? A rundown of the top-selling songs across the territories. Expect catchy tunes and scenes of an inappropriately sexual nature, not one to miss. At 10 p.m, it's time for Julia's Diary, where the ever-popular Prime Minister reads extracts from her diary in front of a warm fire. Then, at 10:30, it's the latest episode of our drama series, Betterment, which tells the inspirational story of Emily Dennisworth and the brave doctors and technicians.
And this is Jenny. She's the floor manager.
Hi, Stacey.
That's Colin. He, do you know, just don't talk to Colin.
Not getting involved in Bring Your Daughter to Work, eh, Colin?
Nah, we don't believe in it.
All right, come and sit next to Mum.
Believe in what?
Just days.
How did it all go so right? That's followed by the territory.
Atta girl.
Advanced briefing.
10 seconds, everybody.
Now
All of it.
16
Monday's a myth.
simultaneous
That
colours.
explains so much.
More time to be
Okay, we are
alive.
going in
But
5,
first,
4,
time to put on your thinking
3.
glasses as we go over to Megan and the team at the end.
Good evening and welcome to the NNN. I'm Megan Wolfe. And who's this, you might be wondering? Well, it's Bring Your Daughter to Work Day here at Channel 1. So I'm joined tonight by my foster daughter, Stacey. Say hello, Stacey. Go fuck yourself. Say hello, Stacey. Fuck yourself. All right then. Here are the stories that matter to you. First up, with Advance confirming that the nuclear fallout from the 20-week war is to blame for the drop in birth rates across the territories, we asked you what keeps you going. I know that I, for one, was quite deflated when I heard about this, but reading all your submissions has really put the smile back on my face. This is from Drew in Humberset. To take our minds off things, me and my partner have been building this house for our hamster. It really does distract us from thinking about the 85% sterility rate. So next week, we're building Nibbles, a tiny conservatory, a loft conversion, and a holiday home. Thank you for that. And if you've started a new hobby, do write in and tell us about it. Next up, you know how we love your uncanny comestible coincidences. And I don't know about you, but I think this one really takes the biscuit. I'm not sure what I'm more impressed by, Stacey. The things our viewers spot are the unbelievable way our menu centres are now able to feed every team member every single day. Greg from Poddington has sent us this lovely photo of their breakfast, saying, I couldn't bring myself to eat my toast this morning because I could swear it bore the spitting image of the great Julia Salisbury's relatable face. So I had to make do with a plate of butter and 2 spoonfuls of jam. Do keep those coming in. Can you have a go? We've just got time for one more of your stories. And this one is an inspiring story of rehabilitation. That's it, just tell us who it's from. Yeah, and then read it out.
So this one says it's from John in Stokely. Before I was convicted, I'd never read a single book, but since I was released from Betterment, I haven't been able to stop. I'm even working at a library, and on our lunch break, Mr. Wordyworth spell checks my tattoo.
We absolutely love hearing the way our neighbours and team members have been able to become better teachers. So do let us know your stories here. You can do this bit, Stacey. No, you can do this bit, Stacey. Come on, give it a try. Let us know your stories here at the NNN.
Right, bit of a change of pace coming up here. You'll need to use the SFX buttons for the next segment, but Advance have already selected when and what to use. Simple stuff. Just follow your government orders.
Tonight on the NNN, it's time to celebrate this week's teen lottery winners live from the Shakespeare Theatre right here in the capital. We're going to hand over to Julia Salisbury. I suppose you don't think much of her either, eh, Stacey?
She's got a lot more going for her than you wankers.
Okay. Surprising vote of approval there from Stacey. Let's go live to that right now. Let's go live to that.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to this week's Team Awards. Of all the many duties I have as team leader, this is by far the most pleasant. As I so often say to you, the uneven past is now, following the demise of Disrupt, is now firmly behind us. This is the new future. And I say to you, it's better now. I am delighted to be joined here tonight by one of the oldest people in Territory 1. He was born over 107 years ago. Please give a warm team welcome to Alfie Tadgbadger. So, Alfie, you must have seen so much in your lifetime. What have been some of the highlights? Alfie? Alfie? Is he all right? Is he all right?
His hearing aid isn't turned on. His hearing aid isn't turned on.
Could you turn it on? Turn it on.
He says it drains the battery.
Well, will you tell him that we'll buy him a brand new battery after the presentation?
Yeah, he says that's fine then. And I will help him with that. Yeah.
If you would.
I will help him with that.
Sorry, can't get the staff.
Yeah. We got it. We got it.
So, Alfie.
What?
You're 107 years old.
Oh, don't bloody remind me.
Would you like to tell the audience what that's like?
Where is everybody?
Out there, in the dark. Oh, bless him, it's not just the ears.
Who are you? 2 sugars, please.
I'm Julia Salisbury, the Prime Minister.
I love this story. Who are you really?
No, I really am the Prime Minister. I really am the Prime Minister.
You're a
woman. Women can do anything men can do these days, Alfie.
Can you piss standing up? Can you piss?
I can't say I've ever tried.
No, I didn't think so. 2 sugars, please, and not too much milk.
Shall we get to the awards, Alfie?
Are you going to ask me about my life?
Well, I'm not sure we have enough time left now for that.
When I was 9, I wanted a pet, so I asked me mum and pap. There was no television then, back then, you know. We made our own entertainment. We made out of coal and roadkill.
Well, that's fascinating.
So they got me a pet, see? But it weren't a dog. They told me it were a dog, but it were a stone.
A stone?
Yes. So I called it Patch, which was a popular name for a dog back then, on account of the king having a patchy face. And I decided to introduce him to pretty little Gertie Thimble, who lived up the road.
Oh, how romantic.
She threw my dog in the river. That was the day I decided I'd never marry.
And that's the secret to your long life?
Oh no, I've been married 7 times. Divorced 8. There was a mix-up with number 3, see? Yes, I'm just lucky. Are we going back to the home soon?
Soon, Alfie. First, let's turn to the reason we're all here. The weekly Territory 1 Team Awards. First up tonight is a lady who really knows how to put in the extra hours. She works at a transition centre in Handle-Bandlebury, and she has single-handedly allowed more families to unburden each other than any other nurse in Territory 1. In the uneven past, she'd have been locked up. Tonight, she is being honoured as a team player. Please welcome Daphne Slister.
Are you here to change me?
Just give her a medal, Alfie. There's a good boy.
chocolate. I mean, 2 sugars. And don't let it steep too long.
I think you're supposed to give me one of those. Supposed to give me one of those.
Well,
There he goes, look. There he goes, look.
I can't get the arms up any higher than that. You'll have to go down, Mum. You'll have to go down.
Thank God those fractious times are behind us. Now the territories are thriving.
Oh, Ian, as the actress said to the bishop. As the actress said to the bishop.
Yes, got it from here.
Well done. Daphne Snifter, everybody. Now, open your envelope and find out what you've won. Don't hold back there. She's tougher than one of Peter's homemade Eccles cakes.
Got it. I won a holiday for 2 in Territory 15. Used to be called San Palmerino, didn't it?
I believe it did. Yes.
Why couldn't we have stuck with that then? It's easier to remember.
We're all one nation now.
Isn't it still on fire?
Daphne Snifter, everyone.
Oh, what about my change? I've been in these wives for 3 days now.
We'll get to that, Alfie. We'll get to that, Alfie. Next up tonight is a couple from Farnley who, after a rocky start losing their family's ill-gotten gains to the Assets and Wealth Act, have really embraced the new future, setting up a community farm and petting zoo in their local area for all the local children to play. Please welcome Otho and Lobelia, Jackson Randy
Medal, Alfie. Medal.
You know, when I was in the trenches, I had a pal called Scotty Wilson. He was from way up north, so I didn't understand a bloody word he said. But he were my best mate.
Probably for the best.
And his best mate was Smudger Ace. There was Smudger Ace, Fiddly Eric, Unstable Terry, and of course, Leggy Sydney. And of course, she were a girl. But she had a boy's name, so they shipped her to the front anyway. First girl any of us has ever seen, Colonel. She's dead now. They all are. Smudger and Scotty never made it home. Fiddly got shanked in Frankfurt prison in an argument over an olive. And Terry, he exploded quietly at home. Sydney got a fatal skin condition. Scratched herself to death.
Thanks, Alfie. Great contribution. So, Otho and Lobelia.
After we lost all our wealth, we discovered there were actually people who would never even own a pony. So we decided to do something about it. That's the type of people we are, you see. Advantage of a private education, probably.
Well, I'm sure we could debate that all night, but there's no time. So, let's see what you've won. Yes, absolutely. Every citizen of the new future has my ear.
When advance came to power, you took all of our wealth. You took the shirts off of our backs.
Quite literally in my case, I used to collect them.
You might as well have the rest of it, too.
Oh, security!
Oh God, not again. If I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. Bennies and the news are not good bedfellows. Keep those flappy bits off my channel, Alex.
And better. And you are? And better. Oh, no.
What's it going on? It isn't right and it isn't fair.
You tell him, girl. That's my wife, you know. No, you don't.
You can't think cows and swine, it isn't right. We used to have 3 horses. Sent and defence would hung well. And now what have we got? 2 mangy goats, 1 mongrel dog called Kenneth, and a rooster that would bloody shut up!
Can we get this over quickly with, please?
As the actress said to the bishop. Oh, here we go again. Hello, Alfie Tagsbadger. Pleased to meet you.
Stop them! Stop them!
Oh, don't worry, love. I'll protect you. Oh, protect you. Oh.
You better won't know what he knows.
You know, this reminds me of when I was in the 20s and we go to the promenade at Shining on Sea and watch all the pretty girls on the beach. Everything was black and white then, of course. We'd visit the Penny Arcade and try to win a block of lard to take home for the family. You couldn't buy lard in those days. You had to win it. Oh, it was so much simpler back then. Boys were boys, girls were girls. Everyone else was recruited by the circuses. There were loads of them, you see. With their big tents and their candy floss. You'd hear the music, the pipe organ, drifting over the nearby fields. Miranda used to call it the most magical sound in the world. This was before she lost her hearing after giving a particularly loud round of applause. Did you ever go to the circus?
What's that, Alfie?
The circus, just the tea, pet. Just the tea, pet.
Well, that was an unexpected dose of naked nostalgia. Some people simply can't let go of the past. That's why I look in joy and fervent admiration at the younger generation. Such a team. And with fertility falling throughout the territories, we should value our fabulous new generation now more than ever. Our final winner tonight is a go-getter who really went and got them, helping to root out more than 170 disrupt collaborators in his own neighbourhood. Since then, he's gone on to be a senior cohesion cadet leader and organised all of the entertainment at last year's Camp Cooperation. Our final winner tonight, Edwin Neverley.
Oh, congratulations.
You should be you old Prime Minister. It's an absolute pleasure to finally meet you. We're very similar, in my opinion. We're very similar.
Well, I've never been much of a role model.
Nonsense, Prime Minister. You have saved this country. Prime Minister. You have fought enemies, foreign and domestic, with 9 fists. As with my own tiny fists have I.
Well, let's open the envelope and find out what you've won. Maybe it'll be a fist enlargement.
A year's internship as a behaviour coach at Let's show the fools where they went wrong, eh?
Well, actually, betterment is about rehabilitation, Edwin.
Absolutely. And if they won't reintegrate, we retaliate. Just like you do at Liberation Night. Thank you for this award. David, report the non-cohesives. Report B, a team player.
That concludes tonight's awards. Join me next week when, hopefully, things will be a lot more normal. Back to you, Megan.
Prime Minister Salisbury there at a highly eventful team awards ceremony. Any thoughts on this week's winners, Stacey? Any thoughts on
The nurse was fucking scary, the pretties were saggy, and that little prick will never lose his virginity.
Succinctly put there, if a little profane. After the break, we'll be going live to a star-studded premiere. You won't believe who's on the red carpet tonight. Don't go anywhere, we'll be back. And we're out.
Oh, Alex, one other... What's that? You're off already? I know you had to take the day off work for Junior, but... Oh, I see. No luck still with Theodore. I'm so sorry, darling. Of course. I'll speak to you later. Oh, Alex. Completely forgot what I was going to say. Blasted all. Still, I'm lucky to have her.
That's where you come in. Advance are calling on talented, creative people from across the territories to submit their most stirring creations as entries in the United Territories Anthem Slam.
Are you receiving
We're looking for a new song for the new future. Something that speaks from and to your hearts. An original composition of cooperation and cohesiveness. A song of solidarity for a steadfast society. No previous songwriting experience is required. All you need to do is record or notate your anthem and, if possible, arrange it for a modern 39-piece chamber orchestra or 44-voice choir. The entries will be judged by acclaimed composer Jonathan Williamson, responsible for the soundtracks to Bullet
They do
Man,
know I have a Queen's View degree in
the
journalism.
automated,
Study something useful now, eh?
and,
Must bring your
of
daughter
course,
to work then.
space opera.
Where is
Parts
our
1,
orange guess?
2, and
Sitting
5.
around that boy band.
So why not put on
Heat
imposing
rash.
trousers,
Hot shot when it rains.
sharpen your music
Heat rash.
stick, and have a go?
Running out of names,
You
aren't
can
they?
grab
here
the
the computer
friendly
comes up with them.
31-page
Too.
entry form
Ah,
at your
there
nearest
she
team
is,
offices.
and just in time too. That's 10 seconds, everybody.
What
have you been up to? What's it to you? And we are going in 5, 4, 3.
Welcome back. Stacey's still here.
Wishing she wasn't.
Stacey's still here. Thanks,
Wishing
Stacey.
she
And
wasn't.
in this segment, we're delighted to have sent Robin and Patrick to the movies. Yes, tonight is the world premiere of The Automated, starring Lawrence Blunderclatch and the late great Helena Canterbury Boatshoe. And all the stars are out tonight. We first covered this film almost 5 years ago, back when it was called The Medicated. Then, for mysterious reasons, the film was suddenly pulled the night before its release. Well, since then, executive producer George Focus has spent 5 long years polishing the film and turning it into a special edition and premiering tonight. With extensive state-of-the-art visual effects and a top-quality voice team, George says it's the movie he always wanted to make. Now, let's take a look at it.
I can't deconstruct it. I can't deconstruct it.
Captain?
I can't deconstruct it. I can't deconstruct it. Robots! Robots!
Is this a wig?
You think I don't grow that? You think I don't grow that?
No, Dick, I'll kill you. Think of Seth, I'll kill you.
There's something on your face, Chief Harrison. Chief Harrison. I wish you were real, baby. I wish flesh and blood, baby.
Captain Quasar.
But you're just ones and zeros,
Quasar.
baby. But you're just ones and zeros. If only I'd noticed.
Captain Quasar.
You rusted,
Captain Quasar.
but I didn't notice it.
Captain.
I'm buffering, Dick, you said. I'm
Got
buffering.
one on you.
God damn it, lost it all.
Here's a map.
What's a map?
Here's a map.
What's a map? Okay, so head north on Interstellar Avenue, so left at the asteroid belt, and a tricky three-point turn at Uranus. What are these symbols? This corner. This is the key.
Shut it down.
Yes, we could shut it down. Yes, we could shut it down. But we have to ask ourselves. Who are we? Who are we?
Gosh, thrilling stuff. What did you think, Stacey? Thrilling stuff. What did you think, Stacey?
The robots were alright. The robots were alright.
They certainly were. Let's go over to Robin Short now in Western Square, who I believe has got the star of the show. Robin!
Well, Megan, I'm joined by not one, but both of the stars, Lawrence Blunderclatch and Helena Canterbury Boatshoe. Thank you so much.
No, thank you. It's thanks to shows like yours that Eleanor and I are even doing. Don't you agree?
Well,
Don't you agree? Absolutely right, darling. Absolutely right.
and you two have both become absolutely huge in the past couple of years, haven't you?
Even huger, yes, that's right. Even huger. I feel very lucky. Very lucky to be born. Very lucky, you know. And Helena is in massive demand too at the moment. She's still the face of a major cosmetics brand, and she's booked to do a one-woman Lear in the summer.
Wow, it sounds like you're both very busy. But is there any chance we'll get to see you together on screen again?
No, I'm really not supposed to mention this, but we are doing a little something together. I'm playing a weathered starship captain from another galaxy, and Helena is my droid companion.
But how does that work?
I spend 7 hours in makeup now. Nice Ben.
No, how does Helena play a droid?
We just pop her on a roller skate. We just pop her on a roller skate.
Wow. Well, Lawrence Blunderclatch and Helena Canton Boatshoot, thank you so much for joining me. And we're going over to Patrick Bannon now. Patrick, will we be seeing you in a movie anytime soon?
Thank you, Robin. Fingers crossed. I'm joined here by pop icon, it's Lil C. And her father, country singer and alien worshipper, Billy Bob Jean Short.
Howdy.
So, Lil C, what's with the bag?
She knows what she's done. She knows what she's done.
Well, we love this look. Is it one of yours?
No, you know it's not. We don't do that anymore. You know it's not. We don't do that anymore.
Of course, your clothing label went bankrupt, didn't it?
Yes, because a certain TV show failed to fulfill their contractual obligations.
Well, you look great.
Well, that's probably due to her new cosmetics and wellness brand.
I'm not sure what it is.
Let her show you. This is our new eyeshadow. She calls this one Glands.
Wow, it's scented. Wow, that was a surprise.
And this next one, this is our new lipstick. This next one, we call this shade lipstick. We call Lips.
Oh, wow. Why is it so salty?
It's organic. And this, our next one, this body spray. This is a body mist which rebalances your hormones and actually smells like fertility.
Oh, right, yeah. Wow.
You feel that?
Yeah. Wow, that burns. Yeah. Oh.
All this is part of Lil C's new range, straight from my veins.
Oh, good lord.
Breeze Craglar! Breeze Craglar!
So, you're retiring from the music industry. That must be hard.
Well, she's way past her prime, Patrick. It was very hard for her to accept at first, but the industry's very, very sure about these things. Very, very sure about these
Well, sure we can't convince you to release just one last album?
We do actually have another album ready, but that's for the label to release in case she dies over the next 10 years or so.
Oh,
well, given the way she's going, you might get it by Christmas. You might get it by Christmas.
Well, we better let you get back.
Now remember, we need the money. So, she's also available for parties, weddings, funerals, and bar mitzvahs.
Thank you, Lil C. Lil C there. Oh. Oh, and it looks like Robin has got hold of Jesus. It's obvious I'm sweating, Robin.
Absolutely is, Patrick. Jesus, how are you?
Yeah, you know, I'm good. I'm great. No thanks to you, silencing me, silencing the truth.
Are you referring to your attempt to incite violence against the democratically elected leaders of this country on live TV?
Yeah, exactly. And instead of being held a visionary, my management and agent, they all dropped me.
Oh, no.
But you can't break me when you didn't make me, you understand? See, I'm the voice, I'm the hope. So you can lock me up, call the doctors, but only the moon. Can judge me.
So, what have you been up to since your team cut ties with you?
You know, keep building, keep moving. I'm actually working on a track right now. Written, recorded, directed, all by myself.
Can we hear a bit of it? Can we hear a bit of it? Oh, I know I'd love to hear it, and I'm sure the people at home would love to as well.
Yeah, sure, of course. Give me the mic. Yo. The news tried to shut my mouth. But it won't be long until they go south. Because my name's Big J and you can't stop me. See, no censorship can stop me. Yeah, see, that's all I've got at the moment.
Did you just rhyme me with me?
No! Daddy promised this wouldn't happen again. You're supposed to clap and say, well done, Julian, well done. Thank you. Now, ask me a polite question. Now walk away.
Is it true that you're heir to a hotel chain?
Where did you hear that?
And that you're very much alive parents? Oh, I'm sorry. You're trying to censor me. Jesus there, who really does seem to be going from strength to something. There are just so many stars here tonight, Megan. It really is the who's who of whatever here. I'm going to see if I can grab a moment with someone rather special. I hope you're not too jealous, Megan. Back to you.
Thanks, Robin. But I think Stacey and I are probably in quite enough trouble where we are. So, 3 big names there, Stacey.
Yeah, big names.
Any thoughts about them? Maybe from your generation's perspective?
You won't like my opinions.
Go on, try me.
Well, Bumbanonk is so old he's like 1 week away from a transition centre, so who cares? And Lucy was cool when I was like 12 or something, but now she's just another fucking loony. And Jesus is a disrupt-loving wanker who should have died with the rest of them 3 years ago.
You're right.
3 years ago.
You agree with me? No, you're right. I don't like your opinion.
You agree with me?
But thankfully, we can go back to Patrick now, who has another familiar face to catch up with. Patrick, what's the atmosphere like there?
We're on the edges of our seats, Megan, except we're standing. I apologise if I get overexcited, but any moment now, we're going to meet with the cast of the hottest new TV show. It's on every Saturday night. Have you guessed it? Yes, it's Big Chris's House of Chris's. And here's the man himself, Big Chris. Hello.
Hey.
It's good to see you, Big Chris. We love your show.
Oh, thanks, mate. It's really good to be here.
And are you excited for the automated?
Oh, yeah. I mean,
come on.
All right, one sec.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's impatient Chris and rude Chris.
Are the other Chris's here as well?
Yeah, some of them couldn't make it, but some of the boys are here. Hello, we've got Cross Chris, Quiet Chris, and Remorseful Chris. Pocket Chris is around here somewhere, but I haven't seen him in ages.
What about Chris Reloaded?
Oh no, he's not. He couldn't make it. But Chris 2 Electric Boogaloo here. Oh Jesus Christ! It's Mormon Chris.
Hello.
Have you seen Cardboard Chris? Have you seen Cardboard Chris? There he is. Oi, oi. There he is. Oi, oi.
Look, I wouldn't normally ask this, but spill the gossip. Is there anyone in the cast you don't get on with?
Well, everyone would think it would be Killer Chris, but he's all right. He's really into crosswords. I think it would probably be Surfer Chris.
Bumper, man.
Or Disco Chris. Honestly, he's god awful.
Bit of cheeky celeb insight there.
Oh shit, I better go actually, before Sheriff Chris and Chris Beard fall out again. Oh no, sorry, I've got to go. Too late, sorry. I'll see you inside.
No, thank you, Big Chris. No, thank you, Big Chris. Megan, you know, I've heard the production actually had to hire out a separate screen exclusively for them. I'm sure they'll love the movie. What a pleasure to meet with such varied and talented stars. Megan.
Thanks, Patrick. What a colourful interview there on what looks like an amazing night. They certainly know how to make an entrance. And the automated really does seem to have unstoppable written all over it, because despite Boris Horsey in Hours magazine calling it Lawrence Blunderclatch's overly long suicide note, in a review which ends with the words, and he hasn't even had the decency to see it through, the film, which is free to all residents of the territories, has seen record pre-bookings and looks set to run for months and months. But let's go back to those lucky few seeing it tonight. Oh, I'm so jealous. Robin, you seen anything unusual there?
Well, I thought I saw some leprechauns in the green room, but I think it might have been someone's kids. But I know, they just keep coming. And here are some more famous faces, or famous brains, I suppose. It's Dr. David Wong, and Dr. Ingrid is also here. We have been following your plight so closely on our show over the last few years. What's it like to be back on dry land?
It's so wonderful. I'm still not used to it. Every time I see the sun, I want to just scream out in joy. I'm grateful every day to your viewers for their support. Without them, well, we wouldn't be here.
And am I right in thinking that you two have a lovely little boy together?
Dante's 3 now, and he's gorgeous.
What a beautiful family.
Nuts and Sheila.
Oh, excuse me, I didn't mean to...
It's fine.
Oh, it's fine. Oh, it's fine.
What happened?
Well, you know, the normal story. Well, you know, sometimes things aren't as easy as they were when all you had was a key.
And no sooner was she able to see me in daylight than she was zooming off with a moron.
She's not a moron. She's a doctor.
A dermatologist is not a doctor.
So sorry about this.
I'm sure she's got lovely skin. I'm sure she's got lovely. I don't ask her to do a coronary artery bypass.
If you carry on eating those pies, you might have to. If you carry on eating those pies,
Here we go again. Here we go again. We can't all afford as clean as hers.
At least she doesn't have a PhD in biomechanics.
You take that back.
Oh, thanks to you both for pushing the boundaries of human knowledge.
Arsehole.
Crikey! Well, the movie's about to start, so Patrick and I are about to share a box of overpriced popcorn. Back to you, Megan.
Thanks, Robin. Lucky you, and enjoy the movie. The Automated opens in cinemas across the territories this weekend. What a star-studded event, hey, Stacey? Star-studded event,
cares?
hey, Stacey?
No one goes to the cinema these days.
Of course.
No one goes
We'll
to
be
the cinema
back
these days.
after these
Of course.
messages. We'll be back. I still go to the cinema.
Get yourself a video recorder, like the one at the home.
Yeah, I've got a video recorder. It's just not the same, is it?
You're right, it's better.
Although the
No
fighting has
uneven
long
churning and
passed,
chewing all the way
the
through.
dark
What about a
clouds
kiss
of
and
war
cuddle on the
still
back row?
loom
Doesn't that
over
happen
our
anymore?
United lands.
In
And
public.
we all know who forced our
What's wrong
hand.
with you?
Nothing's wrong with
Tyrants of
me.
the world would spread their
Feeling better?
oppression to our team. Their war has
Gotta
denied
get
us
set
the
up for
right
heat
to our
rash.
children,
Think Ronnie
even
knows
as they
something.
still
there he
refuse to
is.
feed
It was
their
on his
own.
rider.
But they have
Apparently it's
underestimated
medicinal.
us.
Ronnie's
Although they may have
always
scarred
high.
our bodies,
Good morning.
they will never damage our will
Speaks.
or break our
You
mutual
stupid
bonds.
cunt. I'm just like
Birth
you,
rates
wouldn't.
may be challenging, but happiness is everywhere. Satisfaction radiates from every
Oh,
bedroom.
don't worry.
We are producing more
It's what
and
now?
faster than ever before.
Oh,
We
here's
have
Megan.
more
She's
time.
going to be interviewing you.
Hello. Hi.
This is her.
For leisure,
This
for
is
art.
Stacey.
We have less stress.
Hello there, Stacey.
We're healthier than ever.
Oh, Ronnie.
Right. No, I'm sorry, but if we can't be polite, you're going to have to wait in the dressing room.
As a community, a team,
Whatever.
safe from the
Do you want to go and wait in the dressing room?
borders for whom cohesiveness is an alien concept.
No.
Every day, across these
No what?
territories, neighbours support neighbours, and friends reach out to friends,
No.
strengthening and protecting each
Thank
other
you.
through cooperation,
And sit up straight.
unity.
You're ruining my shot.
as one.
That's 10 seconds, everybody.
No, cool.
Fucking right, Noko.
What's that? What's Noko?
In 5, 4, 3.
Welcome back. For our final segment tonight, Stacey and I are delighted to be joined by Heat Rash. Their new album, Girls and Why We Love Them All, comes out this weekend. So, let me see if I can get this right. It's Nolan,
I write the songs.
Ronnie,
That's what it says on my tattoo.
Ronnie, tattoo of your name on yourself.
In case he forgets it.
This raconteur, you must be Chinny. Why do they call you Chinny?
It's because of this ugly old
I don't know
Because of
what
this
you
ugly
mean.
old thing.
God, you're so fucking embarrassing.
Dale. Crikey, Dale, you do not look old enough to be in a band.
I get that a lot. I'm actually 23, the oldest one. I'm actually 23,
I have a
the
growth
oldest
disorder.
one. I have a
God, I'm
growth disorder.
so sorry. I didn't know that.
It's so cool,
I was only messing with you.
He's actually 58.
Okay, right, I see. You're going to be a handful, are you, boys? You must be TP. What does TP stand for?
Tiny prick.
It stands for team
It
player.
stands for... I see. How long have you had that nickname?
Ever since Nolan decided Terry Pronos was a shit name for a member of a boy band. Terry Pronos was a shit name for a member of a boy band.
No co-running. Yeah, no co-running. No co-running.
Sorry, what does no-co mean?
It's the opposite of
mean?
Soko. It's the opposite of Soko.
Fuck's sake. SoCo.
Yeah.
So cohesive. SoCo.
Yeah.
So cohesive. You preties say. You preties
Right. Okay.
say.
Thank you, Stacey.
I'm sorry about her.
Not your fault. She's uneven.
So you guys met through a popular show on one of our rival channels, didn't you?
Yeah, Team Players with a Z. Team Players with a Z.
So how did that work then?
Well, actually, Dell and I knew each other from school. We were actually classmates. And
Fuck's sake, Nolan, mate. Give someone else a chance. We all went on Team Players. We all auditioned. The judges put us into bands. And yeah, we went to their houses and they just put us into bands.
Yeah, it's an example of how we're greater than the sum of our parts when we're working hard.
And occasionally singing it. So every week on the show, they get these bands. They give them a song that the producer just found from under the bin somewhere.
Actually, I write the song.
And the public would phone in and decide which song they like best.
Right, and then the losers would be eliminated. Right, and then the losers would be eliminated. Yeah.
Mum.
No-co. Pretty. So no-co.
The band who get the most approval get to play their song again. Who get the most approval get to play their song again.
So what happens to the losers then?
Mum.
So what happens to the losers?
What do I keep doing?
We don't use the L word anymore. We don't use the L word anymore. Would you please stop saying that? Would you please stop saying that?
That word is a pejorative. It's a word designed to diminish. At Go-Getters, I learned very early that we only win.
Sorry, that's not real life, is it? That's just sports board. That's not real life, is it? That's just sports.
I thought you were Soko.
I
thought you were Soko.
I am Soko.
Nah, you're a shrinker. Can't be friends with shrinker.
She doesn't know what you're talking about. She doesn't understand.
I do understand, actually, Stacey.
What's a shrinker?
Well, a shrinker.
What's a preety, Mum? What's a preety?
Well, I think it means someone who's older, doesn't it?
Well, I think it means someone who's older,
It's someone who turned 18 before the new future. We call you preeties.
Uneven.
Mimi. Nonks. Mimi.
It's not her fault she's old. She can't help it. It's not her fault she's old.
I'm
trying to help you here.
I don't think I need your help.
See?
I don't think I need your help.
See?
Is that so?
Total Mimi.
Yes, obviously. Yes, obviously.
You know what the real problem with you lot is? You just can't get over the fact that your beloved Disrupt are gone and you just don't fit in anymore. But the truth is, Disrupt were violent, no-co, bricks, being led by a fucking psycho. I'm glad they lost, and you should be too.
Listen, not everyone over 30 supported Disrupt, Stacey.
Not everyone, no, but one fuck-off lot of you did.
Soko, Stacey. Soko, Stacey. Soko.
We've all learned maybe a little bit more than we expected to there. I'm genuinely delighted to have met you, Ash. And before we end the show tonight, I think you're going to sing for us, aren't you?
Yes, that's right. We're going to sing a song from Girls and Why We Love Them All called Pieces of My Heart, which is about a real relationship I had with an actual girl.
Nolan, give it a rest, mate. No one cares. Go on, let's get on these stools, lads.
Right.
Go on, get on these stools, lads.
Right.
So, Stacey, can I get your contact?
Oh, she's 15. Oh. Go on, piss off and sing your song, Terry.
Right you are. Right you are.
So, here they are with their latest single, Pieces of My Heart. Are you excited, Stacey?
Not for me, no. Only listen to blip music. And a bit of jizzcore. Pop music is...
Oh yes, I know I meant to mention this earlier. Apparently these newfangled boy bands change singer all the bloody time. Try and follow along, eh? Keep the shot on whoever is currently singing the lead vocal.
I saw you standing by the menu center with a brand new pair of Lakers, baby. Do you remember? You took the first of the pieces of my heart. You wandered into a bush and grabbed a vodka and stank. Took our assets and our wealth and drew them out of the bag. I gave you little pieces of my heart. I didn't know two hearts could ever feel like this, girl. It's like you were custom made for me by Remington Smith. snatch me inside. There's no need to hide all the times that you cried. As my old man used to say, you blow me away. I just want you to stay. I don't want you to pay. You make me crazier than Neil today. Liberation night, girl, I was sitting beside you. We sat there shaking all the way through incisors. We held each other as things fell apart. We took a train through all the territories and we threw away the rules and wrote our personal stories. You took a dozen pieces of my heart. I didn't know the life could ever feel like this, girl. It's like you were custom made for me by Remington's fist. I take all of the loves that didn't last. I leave them there, the uneven past. Share the new future as my bride. Snatch me inside. There's no need to hide all the times you have cried. As my old mom used to say, blow me away. I just want you to stay. I just want you to play. You make me crazier than Neil. Make me crazier than Neil today. And now I'm staring at your membership card. There's your picture beaming brighter than a handful of flaws. I'm trying to find the pieces of my heart and leave them in the uneven parts. Share the new future as my bride. You snatch me inside. There's no need to hide all the times that you cried. As my old man used to say, you blow me away. I just want you to stay. I just want you to play. You make me crazier than Neil. Crazier than Neil. Crazier than Neil today.
Fantastic, thank you, Nitrash. That was fantastic, thank you. That was actually really good. Best of luck. Thank you for coming in. Best of luck. Thank you for coming in. Now it's almost time for final thoughts tonight. And I've actually asked Stacey to write a few, and they're just being programmed onto the auto cue now. Now I have no idea what she's going to say. So fingers on that bleep button in the broadcast room, just in case. Button in the broadcast room, just in case. Take it away, Stacey. Take it away, Stacey.
My name is Stacey. I guess you know that by now. Don't know why I put that in there. Anyway. I don't watch the news. There's no need. You hear all the important stuff from your mates, so I don't know what's considered important anymore. But I'm pretty sure that it's not rehash movies and fucking boy bands. Anyway, I'm going to talk about what's important to me. When Advance were first elected 6 years ago, I was 9. 6 years ago, and in a home. I was 9. Not a family home like you call a home. This was a state children's home. It was fucking awful, actually. It was like a Charles Dickens book. The roof leaked and the walls were damp some mornings, and the food was bad. Drugs and alcohol were everywhere. No one cared. You had to watch your back all the time because there weren't enough staff to manage us. And yes, as you'd imagine, there was a lot of some bad stuff went down there with some of the staff. Not all of them, but the others knew. And they didn't stop it. And then Advance won the election. And like a miracle, things started to change. They got better. They had nicer food. The home was not just repaired, but redecorated and kitted out with books and sports stuff and musical instruments and video games. Most of the staff were fired, and the new ones, which there were more of, spent time talking and working with the bullies. And you know what? A second miracle. It worked. The bullying stopped. My life got better. Because finally, there was enough money to do the good things, and Advance had the guts to do it. I joined Go-Getters, and on Liberation Night, that gave me a group of friends that I could talk with when the bombs went off and the power went out. Another miracle. I wasn't alone anymore. And that was the night I finally understood the importance of being in a team. So here's my final thought. I know the people who are doing better under the old system long to go back. You say, we were freer. But what you mean is, we were richer. But for every one of you, there is 100 of me. And even now, after all you've had taken away, you are still doing better than I am, than I likely ever will. You still have homes of your own and families of your own who love you. And I'll never have that. So maybe you should stop looking for the worst interpretation of everything this amazing government does and realise it's not for you. It's for the millions like me. And you can cry and bleat all you want, but you're never going to get your money back because it's already been spent. On miracles. Wow, thank you.
Stand by.
Let's keep making tomorrow better.
And we're out.
Is that all right? Yes, that's more than all right.
Nicely done. I think you might have
Songs of the new future.
So I guess
Stefano
you're taking me back to the home now then. I was thinking we could go out somewhere and, I don't know, have a meal, talk about our options, if that's okay.
Of course it will. Security will be standing by.
So they're always there then.
There was a thing a few years ago.
Oh, did that Jeremy go? I heard about that, everyone did. Were you here back then? Doesn't look old enough.
How well do you know your neighbors?
Yeah, she does.
How well do you know the people down the
Hippity